welcome to Whatever Wednesday. I figured that for today, I was going to just tell you 5 random facts about me. Let's see. I've got a little cheat sheet over here that I typed up, and I've got dual screens here. They're dueling. Anyway, I'm just being weird. So, first of all, as you may or may not know, I play the violin, and I am musically inclined. I'm not a professional by any means, but of course I do Music Mondays. I've sung, I've played the guitar, and I only started that in 2014, and I can kind of play a little bit on the piano. If a practice really, really hard, I can play a song, and I can play the violin as well. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my musical journey. I started playing the violin when I was in 3rd grade. It was a special program for our school where we got free instruments, and we could pick what instrument we wanted to learn, and I chose the violin. And we learned through the Suzuki method, which is kind of like a play and then you repeat it back. So we hear it and then you just repeat it back. So I actually did not learn how to read music until I was in 5th grade. And so so I played the violin, and then in middle school I went to in middle school I went to why do I keep saying that? In middle school, I played in the orchestra, and I also took private lessons starting then. So for 3 years, I played in the orchestra, and I took private lessons. It was around then that my love for the violin was starting to wane, because I was realizing you actually have to practice to get good, and I didn't like to practice. I loved playing, but I didn't like practicing. It's just kind of a weird paradox. Anyway, I went to high school, and my high school did not have any kind of instrument program kind of thing. The only thing they had was choir, and I kind of saw that as a way to do something new, try something new. So I started singing in the choir in my freshman year, and I was in show choir, and which is an after-school choir, my sophomore year, which is singing and dancing, think Glee, but not like Glee at all. Anyway, and then that was the last year that they had show choir, was my sophomore year, because the seniors that did all the choreography graduated, and there was no one to do choreography anymore. So then I was in every choir that you could be in. There was after school choir, there was advanced choir, which I was in sophomore, junior, and senior year. And then senior year, oh man, I flooded myself with music senior year. I was in advanced choir, like I said, chamber choir, which was a choir apart from advanced choir. It was a select group from advanced choir that was in chamber choir. I was also in the beginners after school choir that I did I guess just last 2 years of high school. I also took a music history class. I loved the music teacher. And then that year they also started an instrument program, and I actually helped teach one of my peers how to play the violin. And we did some instrumental music, and I'm not really sure where my high school is with that now, but yeah, that was kind of, I don't know, it just felt good to start something new at my high school, even though it was the last year that it started, that I left. I played in an orchestra in college. I actually had a very small music scholarship, which I think they just gave me out of pity, because the guy that was supposed to listen to me audition, he didn't show up. I had to play for someone else, and I think, I don't know, I just felt like they had pity on me. It was a very tiny music scholarship that I did get, though. I actually majored in music for the first year of college, and I changed my major at the end of the year, and I kept music as a minor. So I actually have a minor in music, and I love music. So in my freshman year of college, in order to be a music major, you had to take all these music classes. You had to take theory, and then you also had to take piano. So I actually have 9 months of piano lessons from college, which is why I'm able to play as well as I can, which is not very well, but that's just because I don't practice really. And then, let's see, 2014, I started playing the guitar, and I only played that for about 9 months, and then just kind of stopped because I got really busy. So yeah, that's kind of my music story. My whole family is musical. My mom grew up playing the piano. Her mom played the piano. My dad plays the drums and was actually in a band when I was little, and they used to practice in our basement because he played the drums, so it's hard to take drums different places. So I remember being like really little, and I'd have to stay up late because like I couldn't go to bed because they were practicing, and they played like a lot of really old oldies songs, and my favorite song that they played was The Twist. Like, I loved that song. My brother played the trumpet, and my dad's dad plays the piano, and he was in a band, and I've actually put some of their music on some of my videos, but it's been a while. That was probably like last year. Like if you hear an old-timey song, it's probably my grandfather's band that's playing, like from a long time ago, and they play like really old songs, like I can't think of any. They're too old. But I don't know, it's good. I'm going to try to shorten everything else up because that was kind of a long story. Another thing about me, number 2, is I actually have a master's degree. I won't tell you what in because it has to do with work, and I don't tell you about my work. So I graduated from high school in 2001, and that tells you my age. I'm old. Anyway, I am not that old, really. I graduated from college in 2006. Yes, it took me 5 years, but that's because I spent a whole year as a music major and just kind of not really wasted that time, but like I spent that time as a music major, and so I was kind of behind a little bit. But all of my friends, it took them 5 years too, and they didn't change their majors, so I don't know. And then in 2007, I started my master's degree, and I got my master's degree in 2009. And then after my master's degree, I actually went back to get like a little extra. It's not a degree, but just I don't even know what to call it. I got a little bit extra, so I actually have a little bit beyond my master's degree. So yeah, anyway. For the longest time, number 3. Okay, this is number 3. For the longest time, I avoided playing Candy Crush with like full force of vengeance because I knew that I would be completely addicted once I started playing. Last summer in 2014, I went on a cruise with my parents. You can check out the videos that I put up there. It was so much fun. Best vacation, I think, like, I don't know. I'm remembering this one vacation with some friends, and that was like a really good vacation. Anyway, it was amazing. It was the first time I'd ever been out of the country. And anyway, my dad played Candy Crush, and just going on vacation with him, he was playing it, and he kind of got me hooked. So I started playing it, and I'm checking right now. I am currently on level 1,249. So that's the level that I am on. And yes, I am addicted, and it's my dad's fault. Okay, number 4 about me. Of course, you may or may not know if you're watching my videos, I work at Churchill Downs in Keeneland. I actually kind of grew up around Churchill Downs. My mom's worked out there full time since I could remember. Like, she's always just worked out there. I'm actually 3rd generation employee at Churchill Downs. My mom's mom and dad both worked at Churchill Downs too. And so I grew up there, and I grew up around horses, and I love horses. Horses are my favorite animal. They're like really big, giant dogs. Well, they're a little bit more dangerous than dogs, but yes, they're just, I don't know. I just love horses. I wish that I could have a horse. I actually dreamed of having a horse farm when I was little, but I don't really see that becoming a reality. But, you know, I can still be around horses, and I love horses. Number 5 about me. This one hopefully will be short and sweet. I love to cook, but I don't like the time that it takes, and I don't like the cleanup. I can cook just about anything as long as I have directions. I'm not very creative, and I can't come up with my own recipes and meals very often, but I can take a recipe and I can follow it like that. I mean, it's no big deal to follow a recipe. So that's, yeah, I can follow a recipe, but I can't make things up, and I'm not very good. My dad's really good at like throwing things in a pot and it like comes out magically delicious. Not like Lucky Charms, but it's magic, and it tastes really good. My brother actually went to school to be a chef. He is not, but he did that. So he is hailed as the chef in the family. And I guess that's it. Oh, my mom, she can't cook a thing. She can burn water. Seriously. She has burnt water. That's when you like leave the pan on the stove and the pan burns once all the water's gone. It's happened more than once. And I don't know how many times my dad has taught my mom how to make gravy, and she still can't do it. But she can make chili. Oh man, she makes the best chili. And she can make hot browns and like cream sauces that just like you want to die because it's so good. So she can make like a few really, really, really good things that actually a lot of people have trouble making, but my mom's not a good cook, but my dad is. And my brother got the cooking genes, and I can follow a recipe, but I'm not creative. So yeah, that's 5 things about me. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have not already, then please subscribe, please like this, please comment. I try to read all of your comments. Actually, speaking of comments, I'm just going to say this. I have been trying to comment to Bookworm. It won't post the comments. I don't know why, and I've been responding to everything you're saying, but it's not posting whenever I hit reply, so I don't know what's going on. So Bookworm, I'm really sorry about that. It's not my fault. I don't know what's wrong, because I've replied before. I don't know why it won't. So anyway, that's it, and I will see you tomorrow I'll see you tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. Bye.